Introducing the all-new Corolla.
Funding at Sanctuary is running low, and they are threatening to close their doors by March 31st if money they say is owed to them is not paid. They are now looking to elected officials for assistance.
We are still looking to the legislature for support. In the past 6 months or so, we have presented our shortfall to the legislature. We communicated the insufficient funding to the department, Guam Behavioral Health. We also met with the governor's office and even looked into alternative federal funding. Still, we have no reprieve in sight.
Lujan says that the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center has an outstanding balance of about $250,000. $189,000 of that is owed from fiscal year 2013, and the remaining $61,000 is what's owed since October of last year. However, Ray Vega, director of Guam Behavioral Health, says Sanctuary has a different interpretation of the law.
It is my understanding that our contractual obligation as far as the amount is, we are not to exceed $320,000 per year. However, last year, fiscal year 2013, the Sanctuary organization has been billing us for at cost, meaning for the cost that they provide the service, they were billing me $17,751. Every 2 weeks, which translates to more than $320 per year.
That contract amount of $320,000 a year was from fiscal year 2012. In 2013, because the department was not able to push out an RFP in time, they operated under an emergency certificate from the governor. In the absence of a procurement contract, Lujan says Sanctuary has been forced to bill for the services they actually provide. Before that emergency declaration, what was the amount? What was the contract amount?
2011, it was 414. 2012, it was 320. And then 2013, we did not have a contract.
Under the emergency declaration from the governor, whether or not, because it's an emergency declaration, that they have to abide by the previous contract amount, or is there?
There was nothing that stipulated that.
However, Vega says whether it's a contract or an emergency certificate, he's been advised to stay within the $320,000 budget.
I've been advised that I cannot exceed the spending limit as authorized by the law, and I could be criminally liable for those payments.
Vega also points out that Sanctuary has been able to operate under a contract amount of $320,000 annually since 2012. It was only after the emergency declaration that Sanctuary began billing them for more. Reduced funding from the federal government, he says, is partially to blame. How are you able to maintain services then in fiscal 20?
Well, in the past years, we had other funding sources that we were able to utilize, some funds from to augment our drug and alcohol program. But this year, we've lost. This last fiscal year, we lost that funding. So
the total amount that we were reduced by, or were not funded, is about $700,000.
Lujan says Sanctuary needs at least $230,000 more to stay open until the end of the fiscal year. The budget that they are operating under now, says Lujan, is only enough to service 270 clients.
As of January 21st of this year, we have already had 139 with 22 clients on the waiting list. 7 clients have been turned away for education and prevention psychoeducational classes